Good morning and welcome to Paul T Reviews. Now, what do you have coming in your garden at night? Well, I have a badger. It comes in periodically. I've decided I'm going to take some footage of it. The two trail cameras I'm going to use to film the badger is the TC02, also known as the T300, and this is the TC07 with twin lenses. I've got the badger food here. Let's just have a look what it looks like. That's to stop any other animal getting to the peanuts. I'm going to set this camera down low like this, and the way I'm going to set it up, let's just turn it on. There we are. It's got a countdown of 5 seconds. So I turn it on, then I get my phone out and go to the Game Camera Pro app. It then looks for this camera. Well, first of all, I turn on Bluetooth, and immediately it's got the camera, the T300 TC02. I think I named it that. Turn on the Wi-Fi. I wait for the little cross. Touch the cross, go to the Wi-Fi, and select the T300. Then come back to the app. There's the view. So this is what I like to do. I like to line it up properly. It's nice and level. I think I'd like it down a little bit there. Like so. So there is my shot. Then when you've finished, hit exit. It's quite close. And the reason I like it close is because the lenses on these cameras, these Campark cameras, are 120 degrees, which is quite wide. And when you get a wide angle lens, you tend to have a closer focusing distance. So I think this is about right. Let's see what we've got. So I'm about 5 feet maybe? 5 feet from where the badger's going to be. I've got the camera quite low. I've set the sensitivity to maximum, and I've set the power on the LEDs to minimum because the animal is going to be quite close to the camera. The badger is quite leisurely, so I've set the length of the video to about 30 seconds. In fact, I can check that. The beauty of this is that I don't have to touch the camera. I've set it up exactly how I want it, and I want to check the settings because I forgot to. So let's just see what the settings are. So we just turn on the Wi-Fi again. Okay, so we go to the cogwheel, and now I can see that I have got 2K. Recording time 30 seconds. Well, I'm actually going to increase that. Let's put 60 seconds on. Because when a badger comes, it's quite leisurely, and so I don't want the video stopping and starting all the time. There we are, 1 minute. Yeah, there we are. I'll put it on for 1 minute. Let's see, record audio. PIR sensitivity is high, and the LED is low. Let's have a look at the other camera here. I'm going to have this camera on as well as the other camera. I'm going to do an experiment where I've got two cameras on at the same time. This is the small tripod I've got. It's very cheap. It's about £16. And I've got it because it's going to be out in all weathers, and I don't want my nice video tripods out in all weathers. I'll turn it on. 5-second countdown. The Hunting 4K Pro app. Well, actually, that's not bad because I'm going to, with this camera, I'm going to have it high up with the whole garden in. I will have the other camera in. Sometimes that looks good and sometimes it doesn't. Is that level? I think it probably is. And because this is such a light tripod, I have got a bag with a weight on it. And this is the bag. So this has got a couple of bricks in it. And what I do is I place it over here. So that makes the tripod really steady so it won't fall over in the wind, because otherwise they're very top heavy. So I've finished with this now, so I simply exit. So all we have to do now is wait until tomorrow morning and let's see what we've got. Let's see if the badger has visited and see how it likes Bryn Vale's badger food. It's the next morning, so let's see if the badger came last night. And indeed, looking at the piece of sandstone, it's been knocked off the brick there. There's no food left. Oh, just a little bit of oats underneath the sandstone. So let's see what we've got. Have a quick look. There's the badger, so we've got the badger. So we'll turn that off, take it inside and have a look at the results on the computer. And here's the other camera we've got. There's the badger coming in. We've got the light from the other camera that may have worked or may not. It's just starting to rain now. Let's take the cameras in and check them on the computer. The TC07 has a full-size SD card. So what I do to download it to the computer is I just take the SD card out like this. And I use a card reader, something like this, and just put the SD card into the reader and then plug the USB straight into the computer. Now with the T100, it has a micro SD card. I can either take the SD card out of the camera and then place it into a little USB adapter here. It's a little bit fiddly taking the micro SD card out of these smaller cameras. I like the cameras, I like the form factor, but I don't like these little cards in here. You can just about get it out with your finger, but you can't pull it out. Sometimes, in fact, I use tweezers. I get a USB lead, and I just put the USB lead straight into the bottom of the camera, and then the other end goes into the computer. And then all you do is switch the camera to setup, and then it will open as a separate folder on your computer. If you plug this camera into the computer and you have it off, it'll simply charge the internal battery. So let's get these on the computer and see what we've got. It's always exciting when you bring the trail cameras in. The first customer to arrive is a wood pigeon, followed by the usual magpie. I put the stone on top of the brick to foil the birds and the foxes. I cater for foxes in other ways, and the birds too. Foxes always arrive before the badger, usually before midnight. The badger often arrives after midnight. The foxes are often wary of the camera, tripod, and indeed the LEDs. Just after 2 AM, and the badger turns up. He can smell the food and knows exactly what to do. A few seconds sniffing it all out, and it gives the thumbs up. Now when a badger senses something it's unsure about, it immediately freezes until it's happy with the situation, and then it carries on about its business. I think it's looking at the second camera. And it's so relaxed, it can even have a sit down. I'd like much better sound from these trail cameras, and I'm thinking of setting up an external microphone. I've just got to figure out how to do it. And it leaves no stone unturned. I think it's a male badger, as there are no sets in this area that I know of, and the females at this time of the year, April, will be staying very close to the sets because they'll have young to look after. And it's not uncommon to have the sensor smeared with nose slime. I think this badger comes in through the front garden and leaves out of the back. I'm going to set up cameras in different parts of the garden so I can see exactly where he comes in and out. They've got a lovely gait and are surprisingly light on their feet. First thing in the morning, back come the magpies, a squirrel and the wood pigeon. I have links in the description below of everything I've mentioned in this video, including of course the 2 trail cameras and Brynvale's badger food. And I'll see you next time in Paul T Reviews. Bye.